everybody, we are going to look at some of my favorite Schmincke watercolors today, specifically the granulating ones. Those are my favorite. I like texture, what can I say? So we're going to look at some of these sets that I have. These are not all of the ones that I have, but certainly my favorites of what I've got. And I hope you enjoy. Hopefully this is useful for you in your pursuit of acquiring all the paints. I know I'm not the only one with a watercolor paint addiction here. I'm trying to be good, but I'm also certainly an enabler to some degree. I'll own up to that. So here we go. Let's start off with the Tundra set. I think this might be my favorite set as far as like a complete set in and of itself. We'll see. I might change my mind by the time I finish this. But we're going to start with Tundra Pink. And at the end here, I'll also go through and let you know which ones that ended up in my main palette and the ones that are just, I use it up very quickly. There's definitely one specifically that I run out of far faster than most of my paints overall, not just Schmincke. But I will let you wonder that until the end. So here we are with Tundra Pink. I don't use a lot of pinks and purples, but I think this is very pretty. And I also am using Arches watercolor paper. This is the cold press 100% cotton paper from Arches. I'm using the good paper, guys, because that's how much I love these paints. I would like you to experience them in their full glory here, at least as much as I can show them off here. And if you are a fan of Schmincke, I would love to know what your favorites are. Like if you had to pick your top 5 Schmincke granulating watercolors, what would they be? Or another fun project, this will probably, if you're like me, it'll take you a while because we just love putting paint palettes together. But if you were going to take any of the Schmincke granulating watercolors and create a palette of 5, what would it be? All right, so let's go to Tundra Orange. Now this one did not make it into my main palette just because there's only so many paints that you can put into one palette before it becomes a monster. So I haven't used this in a while. It's a beautiful color. I think I had something from another set that I liked a little bit better. As far as oranges go, I tend to go more vibrant, like a rusty orange. This reads to me more of like a brown, but yeah, it is an orange. I definitely will keep this in mind. There is a I keep stopping because I'm concentrating on the painting. A tiger painting that I would like to do, so I might keep this in mind for that tiger. Or lion, I don't know. I kind of want to do big cats. I haven't done a big cat in a while. Let's go with Tundra Green. Another video that I have in mind to do somewhat soon is all of my favorite greens from the different sets that I have. I kind of want to just put all of my greens together and see what I think of them then. I have so many greens. It's my favorite color. And the granulating greens from Schmincke are just so interesting to me. I love opaque colors, opaque paints, and ones that create a lot of texture, which is why I love this set, or this line of paints rather. I hope you excuse my voice too. Yeah. Every now and then when I make one of these videos, it's like, I know I need to make a video and my voice is not up to it, but we gotta do it. So hopefully it's not too grating on your ears. It's just, I'm a teacher. After a week of teaching, sometimes my voice is it just needs a little rest, which it will get right after this video, so I don't think I'm working too much through it, but that is why. That's so pretty. Okay, Tundra Blue. Now I know that Schmincke has a blues set. I forget what it's called. It's like Glacier, maybe? I don't know. I don't remember. And I didn't pick it up, not because they're not wonderful paints. I just don't use a lot of blue. So here we go. I feel like I need to get a little more saturation here, at least in one corner. So yeah, they are very pretty blues in that set. I didn't purchase them because I know I wouldn't use it. I didn't want to waste paint. Okay, here comes one of my favorites here. Tundra Violet. This one is in my main palette. It's one of those where you don't really see all that it's going to do until it's fully dry. You get this corner here. My wrist is bumping up against the palette here. But if I go outside the lines a little bit, I don't think any of you are going to come after me for that, so it might be a little less satisfying. But we're only human, right? No, I think we made it. It's fine. Okay. So I'm going to create a little more saturation here and then put some water in it. Trying to create some blooms here because this one does interesting things. There we go. So that is the Tundra set. Let's go on to the Forest set, a bunch of greens. This is one of the first ones I picked up because I love green. I paint a lot of nature subjects, so all the greens. This is Forest Olive. It's a beautiful warm color. I love olives. Oh, I love the food too, but I might kind of, I should clarify. I love olive colors. I do also, well, only black olives. I'm not a green olive person as far as consumption of foods. I know it's hard to believe, guys, but this is completely unscripted. We're just flying by the seat of our pants here. There we go. It surprises me sometimes that I'm paid to talk as a teacher. Not the most eloquent. This is Forest Green. You can already tell I'm going to have to edit out a lot of clearing my throat and coughs. I'm so sorry, guys. I am okay, I promise. I also, you know, it's almost summer. I've got, at this point, I think 5 weeks left until I hit summer break. I can focus a little bit more on art, which is always fantastic. Focus more on my shop. If you're interested in checking out what's in the shop, I have lots that's in there at the moment. I just updated it not long ago. And if you subscribe to the newsletter, then you get 10% off your order. There's a code there for you that you can just use every time you order. All right, let's go on to, did I skip a color? Guys, I made a mistake. You probably saw it before I recognized it because you can see the paint palette in there. Not a problem here. We'll just do a little magic here with the eraser. Now, past self would have been like, oh, but it doesn't look as nice now, and be really disappointed. Oh, and I even like smudged it there. Life is too short. We're gonna move on. Okay, forest green. So this is the one that I should have put earlier. There we go. I used this one in a watercolor painting of snowdrops not too long ago. That's also in the shop. And it made a really lovely background. Okay. And I forgot to mention that Forest Blue also made it to my main palette. I really like that one. All right, Forest Brown. Okay, for a second here I thought I used this. There was just already water in the palette. because I had just cleaned it right before recording. First thing in there, I was like, I don't have to redo this whole thing. Do I? No. It's a beautiful color. I love my greens. I'm gonna keep saying it. I feel no shame. Let's try and get, oops, that's too much color there. So I want to make sure I get all of the different pigments that are in these. Sometimes if you let water sit on top of it, it separates out in your palette. You're going to remix it in order to get all of those different colors popping out. Okay, last of the forest set is Forest Gray. This one is also in my main palette. And if you hear a truck passing by, my window's right in front of the street. There's going to be sounds going by. You might hear, I've got my parakeet right behind me. She's sleeping right now. Sometimes she likes to chime in on the videos. Alright, so that's the forest set. Alright, let's go to the haze set. I'm going to switch palettes here. Okay, haze pink. This is very similar to Tundra Pink, but more on the gray side. There we go. And haze blue. Haze blue is also in my main palette. Love this one. I got sloppy. There we go. And haze indigo. This one was in my main palette, but I ran out of room. I got a couple of new paints I wanted to try out. I had too many that were similar to this one. I think it was between these two, and I kept Haze Blue. There we go. And Haze Brown. This one I have not used very often. I think I just forget that I have it. So it's partially why I do these swatch cards, is it's a great reference. I've got one of those swatch journals that every now and then when I'm planning a painting, I flip through there to put a palette together of just what I want to use for that painting. And ones that are a little more like cutesy like this, I actually like put up on around my studio because they're just nice to look at. It'd be actually kind of cute if I did a few of these and framed them as like a set and had them on my wall. This is Haze Black. Kind of struggling with this brush right now. I think I've just used it so much. It's one of my favorite brushes. Maybe it's, I don't know, time to replace it or something. There we go. All right, so there are all of our swatches. I love all of these colors. It's nice seeing them all together. I like muted colors. So the ones that are currently in my main palette are Tundra Violet. Do I have Tundra Blue? I might have Tundra Blue in there. I'm not quite sure. Definitely have Forest Blue. It's one of my favorites. I have Forest Gray, Haze Blue, okay, and I did have Haze Pink, but I've got another color that's very similar, and I kept that one. And the one that is definitely the one that I'm using the most, and I had to refill my paint today in that palette, is Tundra Violet. And I feel like that doesn't even show you as much as what it does. It has this really cool texture with this, it's a little more pinky than a rust, but this dark blue with this rust coming out. And I kind of want to show you. I'll take out a sketchbook here. do a nice big swatch so you can see that separate out. And we'll just wait for that to dry. Alright, so here it is, mostly dry. You can see all that wonderful rust color coming through. It's just one of my favorite colors. I can't tell you why, it just is. Love it. So, here we are with this 3 Schmincke palettes. Again, the Tundra, the Forest, and the Haze sets. Hopefully this was helpful to you. If it was, please like, subscribe, please support the channel. And links to things will be down in the description as always. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye.